Link in the description for the non-timer version of this video, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of what is kind of the series finale to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012, Season 5, Episode 13, Carmageddon, and press play when I press play when the timer reaches 0. Yeah, so this is apparently the more suitable series finale for the show, so I watched this after the actual series finale, at least as far as episode order goes. Here we go. It is an Elseworld story, so it's kind of splitting the difference on relevance to the actual plot, but whatever. Not the Holy Chalupa! Nice! How do you get enough food? Nice. No! You'll be okay. Haha! It's weird seeing him stretch. Either they live in a ridiculously cold world, or Ice Cream Kitty really is just immune to the heat. Or at least semi-immune, as we've seen it slightly melt before. Nice. I have a plan! Attack! Agreed. Why do you even need to lie? Alright, compromise. Oh, that's just sad. Fighting fair. What are you talking about, Raphael? Da bum bum. Ba ba bum. I'm a little surprised, as at least as far as I recall, each of the previous miniseries, when they did the shot of the four turtles in the rectangles, they show them in their new outfits for the given, miniseries. But they haven't done that yet for this one. Maybe it's because we haven't seen Leo yet, but I figured they would at least show the other three. And granted, the monster one was outfits we didn't even get to see. It was just them looking cool. Come on, you got this, Raphael. Oh, yeah! Nice. Burn them all! Burn them all! Michelangelo really has adapted fully. I would consider never using that particular move in case you don't get the hand back. I don't beat Bop. No, that's the pig's job. Take his weapon! Nice. He's doing pretty good for being weaponless. He hasn't taken any serious damage yet. Probably hurt. Oh, no, 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 no. Why isn't he floating? Maybe turtles don't float naturally. Oh, I'm not actually sure on the, how that one would work. He took the twig. It broke. Oh, no. Busting him up. Take this loser. Who's next? That's not fair. We rigged it right. They're gonna do the way. He cheated our cheating. That was a fuck up on everybody's part. Nice, has priorities. Not just like, I'll lead these people, you still got your ideas going. Yeah, that's not safe, dude. You at least need to cap those off. Ooh. Nah. It is totally the double mutated Leonardo. No, it's not him. Leo would never sound like this. Onward, my peeps. God forbid that antenna ever fall over, then the map's useless. Unless someone's maintaining the route. Oh. It's life. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm actually filming the second half of this reaction several days after the first half. So, if nothing else, that at least explains the shirt change, I hope. See, starting the timer at 9:23 in 3, 2, 1, go. At least when it wasn't paint. Wait, Raphael Hill is a green thing. Hold up. The sky is green. The road is green right here. There's a lot of green. Ooh! Like he's using his dimension extraversal abilities. I would love an open world Ninja Turtles game. Might. Feel like that's not very good negotiation here. King of the North. Alright, I take it back. We're screwed. Jon Snow's chasing after us. Oh no. Starting the timer at 10:56. In 3, 2, 1, go. I still think it might be Leo being double mutated, but I'm... I see the smile she had. That was awesome. Such an unnecessarily big vehicle. Like, that can't possibly be speedy or useful in this sort of situation. That's cool as heck. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, I guess we're watching some kind of Mad Max Fern Gully now. Which is not compatible movies. They're not. All right, they're going to war. She's got her bike. See, my only issue here is Donnie should have built a super rig like that. Like, he's built more with less materials. And I assume he'd have more materials over the course of decades, I think they're implying that this takes place later, of him having time to search for things, as opposed to being restricted to the working from the sewer. Nice. Ah! 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 Hey, that was Casey the mask! I get it! Gungala! Synthezoids. It's like, I feel like we've been introduced to an entire branch of enemy that should be given way more time than a single, little, miniseries. Ah! Feel like we're taking on Ivan Ooze here. Oh. Oh! Died cheering for Raphael. It's such a terrible, such a terrible pass for that vehicle. Nice. Oh no. Chompy's the best part of all this. Yeah. It is Leonardo. That's a shell. Wow. Everyone really did have a crazy progression, didn't they? The I like that he's calling himself the crazy names now. Cool. Oh, it sped it up. I thought it was helping him for a second. I was like, why did these guys switch sides? Nice. Man, his back is so messed up. Here it comes. Yep. But it is. No! Remember! So did the double mutation turn him even more human, or something else? Ah, it's creepy how the head's so different. See why you wore the mask. I want to see this Leo versus the Super Shredder. Be an entirely different fight. Oh. No! Remember, Leonardo! Remember your training! Your family! Vin Diesel says! Whoa. It's amazing that he took over an entire group in his crazed state. Not that I'm surprised that he had the capability. Wow. I think it's kind of messed up that Raphael was the least screwed up of the four overall. Mikey's pizza thing is what pushes him below him. You needed a ground. Oh man, just imagine if these four were together from the start. How different everything would have been. So awesome. So are they gonna find Timon and Pumbaa out here? Just don't go swimming, Donnie. I really thought it was gonna be some sewers. But alright. Evan and Peter. I'll go ahead and look that up. Not familiar. Well, if I am, I just don't know who they're referring to. Oh, shoot! The co-creators of Ninja Turtles. What, they die? I had no idea. No, alive. They're super duper alive. Man, they made that sound like they made that seem like an in honor of type thing. You know, they just died. It's cool that they're like for Kevin and Peter, like happy birthday. But you couldn't have made that seem any more morbid and somber. No, you don't get to do that, show. Anyway. Oh, as far as the Mad Max trilogy goes, I loved it. The Usagi trilogy is definitely my favorite of the tales. But that's fine. I'm not really sure I'm fully on board with this being any more of an ending properly than the Bebop and Rocksteady are actually dangerous interdimensional trilogy was. But I sort of get what people were going for saying I should watch this last. I get it a little. As a full show, I didn't love it or anything like that. But I ended up enjoying certain elements of this Ninja Turtles show more than I have other shows. Splinter and Leo being the big factors, which was kind of a shame. Splinter being completely gone after that one episode. I will say where this show's main weakness was its villains, in that we got all this great progression for the turtles over the course of the show, us understanding them more as characters and overall them just working better than they did in season 1. Whereas for the villains, it sort of feels like sometimes they're just spinning their wheels. They're the bad guys. And I honestly think in terms of the full show, it didn't really work. I did like this, though. Huh. I'm sorry, I feel the need to compile more thoughts than I ordinarily would for this sort of video, since it is the final TMNT episode for me. But I just don't really know what to say. Season 3, which was the season... No, Season 4. With Triceratons, all that, best season. That was kick-ass, loved it all. In fact, the Triceratons are probably my favorite bad guys in this series, which is a shame because I usually love the Shredder. The Shredder here, though, kind of lame, honestly, most of the way. Cool moments, but he couldn't get over Hamato Yoshi. Baxter Stockman, I feel like they didn't pay off any of his characterization at all. After he joined, yeah, I guess that is kind of the problem, is after a lot of bad guys joined Shredder's gang properly, after their first episode introduction, Tiger Claw, Bebop and Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, they just became such uninteresting characters following that, wherein they were just part of the amalgam of this is Shredder's plan. They didn't have their own character arcs going on, which was a shame, because for, what's his name? Zever! For Zever, they seem to be implying that we'd be getting some characterization for at least him, if not Bradford as well, early on with that episode where we learned how he ended up in Shredder's crew. But it just, after that, Zever just sort of not... Other than his personality, he was completely irrelevant to the plot of any episode going forward, at least that I can recall. He had a few fights, of course, and he had that episode where it was racing with Mondo Gecko, but he didn't really have any arc. And I get that it's a kid's show. I'm not gonna come down on it too much, but it's really its own fault for feeling like it was setting up these things and not paying them off. There's a lot of good in this show, but there's some things I just don't think they went as far as they should have, is what I'll say about it. I do want to know your overall thoughts on the show, though, so leave a comment below, subscribe, all that YouTube nonsense, that's one of the important things. Next show is going to be OK KO. Tune in tomorrow for that. Thank you.